The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, guys. James, good morning. Jim, Tony, guys, very good morning. Randy and Sue, good morning. We're coming into the end of the month, fellas. Today is Tuesday, September 29th. It is debate day. It is debate day. Guys, looking at, good morning, Jacques. Looking at the markets, we've pulled back a little bit from yesterday, but that was some pretty interesting, good morning, Nick, action yesterday, guys. I said all day long, it's not a short. It was accumulation. Good morning, Chris. Yesterday was, at the end of the day, they just exploded the thing. But it just would not move out of small little ranges. They'd buy 1,000. Mimi, good morning. They'd buy 1,000 contracts. They'd sell 1,000 back. They'd buy 2,000. They'd sell 1,200 back. It was just sideways accumulation. And then at the end of the day, it blew up. Gold. I gave you guys the long yesterday on gold. I told you if it got above that 81, 82 number, it would start working toward 1900. We've gotten to what looks like about 96. We got some selling coming in now, but small sellers, net sellers in gold, 300. NASDAQ's got about 700 buyers at the moment. And let's see what we got. Buyers in the Russell, and we've got buyers, of course, in the crude. No, we actually have sellers in crude. Buyers in the current candle, but sellers in crude. We have small sellers in the ES, infinitesimal sellers in the YM at the moment. Looks like we're getting a pullback. We do have some small 8:30 news this morning, guys. Not 4-star. And we'll see what we get. The hourly charts, or at least the hourly on the NASDAQ, looks like it's breaking lower. Here's an hourly. We don't find support here. We're going to keep coming. That's support right there, about 33. Mohammed, good morning. Very good morning. If we don't hold that, that's the NASDAQ on the hourly. We're back below the 20. Back below the 20 on the hourly. And here is the ES. Yeah, the ES also looks like it wants to. We could come back down to 11. Hey, Rich, good morning. Good morning to you and your wife. It was very nice to meet you guys. I had the opportunity to meet one of our members who was in Chattanooga with his wife. In any event, fellas, Caleb, good morning. Good morning. So this is kind of what I see, guys. It looks like we're going to get a small pullback. We have some support, obviously, in this area, but that's your hourly support there on the ES. Right in here. Back at 31. A break of 31 could take us down into the 50. That's on an hourly now. Yeah, 15. Gold's bouncing around pretty good. I'm not sure why. But here's the ES on the 15-minute. Looks shorts to me. In any event, we're here. We'll see what we can muster up. We had a decent day yesterday in the room. Again, NASDAQ was a frustrating trade. It just would not break out. It did at the end of the day. And I sat here most of the afternoon waiting for that breakout, and I missed it at the end of the day. I just got frustrated watching the thing trade sideways with accumulation. I think we ended up yesterday somewhere over 6,500 net buyers. This morning we've got about 600. All right, fellas, let me read the disclaimer and we'll get on with it. You saw 11,000 net buyers. It could have been at the end of the day. I walked away. I mean, I just was frustrated watching that NASDAQ trade basically sideways all day. U.S. government required disclaimer: futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. All right. I missed the gold short. No, that was at 748 anyways. And I missed it on the 3 minute, and first two targets were hit. My gold is on, fellas. Silver is on. My euro is on. My pound is on. And that's what I got for now. So we do have small. Here's what we've got today. 8:30, advanced goods, trade balance, preliminary wholesale inventories. And then at 8:55, Red Book retail sales, no big deal. Don't even know what CoreLogic is. I've never paid attention to it. 10 o'clock, Conference Board, consumer confidence, Texas service sector. So no major news this morning. Micron reports today after the close. All right. It's about a 10 handle trade. If you're trading multiples, take some risk off. That would be my suggestion. Probably go to break even, but we got target 65 to 67. Now we may come down from here. We need to get above probably 71, and we start working into 400 again. It's long on the 377 already to target. Come on, Oompa Loompa, get up there. I have a target on gold all the way at 1906. Write that down, 1906. That could happen overnight, but 1906. And above that, 1921. Almost a first target here, guys, on the 3 minute. 91.7. About 2 ticks, 3 ticks short we came. Let's see what we got here, guys. Minute 50 seconds. Come on, gold. There it is. First target filled on gold bot, guys. First target filled. eBay. Let me get some bots on. That would be helpful. All right, fellas. "15 seconds to the open." I'm going to move this out to third target. If we get above 96, this thing is blowing. Above 96, we're open. Order filled where? Oh, all right. ES is short, guys, on that Unirenko, and I'm frozen. I can't move the chart, but it's short on the Unirenko. There it goes. That's that ES Unirenko. I still have a target on NASDAQ somewhere around 28, 29, fellas. There it is. Come on, buddy. We hit 30 half. Come on, buddy. Come on, little guy. Give me 28. Order filled where? Oh, silver is now long. I'm not even paying attention to that bot. And we got to 30 quarter, it looks like, so far. All sellers in this candle. Dollar's getting hit again. ES should have come to 36. Can move all the way down to 32. Gold. God, I missed a monster. Jeez. So the NASDAQ is holding its hourly support, or at least trying. If we bounce here, we can bounce back up to 65, that 67 level. We're now trapped between basically 30 and 67. Boom, 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 boom. Gold is going to try to break out, fellas. Here we go to 67. We didn't quite get 28, 29. We missed by about 4 or 5 ticks, but now we're headed to 67. back to 67. Give or take. Or 64, 67. There you go. Now let's see if we can get through this area. I mean, this is the area we're gridlocked in. We do have some buyers in this candle, but not many. Anybody take the long back up to 67? Big short, big long. ES is just parked. Guys, if ES can break out above 75, it goes 83, 94, and then back to the whole number. But 75 is kind of, let me just see where we are in Delta. Not many buyers, 158 buyers in here. It's not awe-inspiring. If you guys want to try a 75 long, that's your long. 75. If you're not long already. Target 83. And then we got to work up to 93.75. Cannot get through. ES, I've got nothing. Maybe a long to 43. 41.50 to 43. 41 to 43. Out on this gold. 3 minute. It hit second target. I was milking it to third. Guys, looks like a lot like yesterday. There are not many buyers right now. Small sellers as well. There's not much here. I don't see a reason to be short, but I don't see a reason to be long unless we get out of above 75. So let me just see what we look like. Dow futures are down 61 points. S&P is off 5 handles, and NASDAQ's off 28. Not much. VIX futures are now negative. They're in the red. I'd be shocked if we don't get to VWAP. Got to get 75 though, fellas. Again, looks a lot like yesterday's garbage little trade. Sideways, we get rid of Europe, we start working higher, and at the end of the day, they blew it up. Back and forth trade, just like yesterday. Buyers and sellers. Good morning, Yannick. You got to short at 59 if it drops back below 50. It's not much of a trade. $75 is your entry long. Putrid little trade, guys. Just very similar to yesterday. ES is bid. If anybody took that 40, 41, 43 is your first target. If it gets above 43, here comes that NASDAQ 75. There it is. There you go. First target, 83. 83. Small first target. 83 first target. Final target at 406. That could take forever to get there at this pace. There's your 43 on the ES. Anybody take the ES? NASDAQ is just hanging around, just like yesterday. 400 buyers. There's not many. Okay. Got right to target, and that was it. Now 40, looks like it hit 44. Now we're turning again. Damn, this NASDAQ got to 80. 5 points. That's it. Watching the ES on this Uniranko come down to 36.50. I'm not sure why it won't break down to 32. There's good support at 32 if it breaks down. There we go. On the ES, it broke that 3650. Should get that first target, guys. 4 handles. NASDAQ's coming into the low of the day. Here comes 28 now. Let them sell them. Let them sell. We're back into hourly support down here on the NASDAQ. If it holds, it's been here twice. This came 1 or 2 ticks from target. 2 ticks. Should get along here again. Try to get back up into that 77. We have no real buyers. We have no real selling pressure either. Small buyers and small sellers. We should get to 54. Should get to 54, I would think. There's 54. There we go. 59. And back up to 67. Guys, we're basically trading in this 28 to 67 area. That's all we're doing. 28 to 67. I think this is going to look just like yesterday. We're going to get a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And at the end of the day, we're going higher. We should make it back up to 406. I don't know about the day high, but this thing wants 406. This is going to kind of promote buy and holds. ES is right back up. Came 2 ticks from target on the downside. I didn't close it. I didn't touch it. Back off at that 67 again. gold. Maybe a small short here at 90.3. Let's see here. No, 90. Some ruler in Kuwait has died. Here we come right back down. So the NASDAQ held that hourly support again, which is about that 28 level. Good Lord, man, this is sloppy just like yesterday. If gold could pull back to 88, I like the long down there. But I don't know that it will. If it breaks above 96, gold's going to go hooey. Look at the dollar. The dollar's going to get slammed. YM doing nothing. NASDAQ's going to try again. There's our VWAP finally.
Order filled.
All right. We could have shorted the 67 area about 25 times. It just won't get it went to 80 on the opening move, but it just won't do much. This should be support 59, 58 for a bounce. I got nothing in gold. I'm not really watching the YM. The YM has rolled over. I wasn't paying attention to the YM. The ES is still in the short on the bot. It's been 2 ticks from first target. Took some heat. And now trying to work a little bit lower. Might come to 35. I mean, fellas, if you like choppy, see what happens if we come down again. I'd like to see us come down to 20, somewhere between 10 and 20, 310 and 320. We're just stuck, fellas. I'm watching 5-minute, 15-minute charts. We're just not going anywhere. Dow futures down 75 now. S&P off 6 handles. NASDAQ down 34. We're hanging out right in the middle of a 5-minute candle, guys. Right in the middle of a 5-minute candle. Silver is still bid. Delta's under 300 net buyers. Now just over. Anybody think they can trade this? We're below 200 net buyers. Gold's got to get above 94.5 and then 96. That whole little zone, 15 ticks. See if we can get a pullback in gold to find buyers again. We still have a small negative delta in gold. Dollar's getting a small bounce here. Holy boring, Batman. This is as bad as pre-market. So our range right now, guys, is about 28 to 67. 30 to 67. That's our range. We're just trading back and forth in that range. We're not breaking one direction or the other. Russell on the small time frame is turning over a little bit. 15 range is dead flat. There's 200 buyers. Got nothing, guys. There's nothing I can do here. ES is basically traded in a 5-handle range the entire. There we go. Now we're breaking lower. Let's see if we can get a new day low down to 22, 20 to 22. That would be nice. $150 net buyers. Where are all these buyers from yesterday? Guys, we're 30 minutes into it and trapped in a range. That's all we're doing. 30 minutes into it, trapped in a range. Zero rates could cause financial market fragilities. I agree, Mark. Unless you're trading micros. If you trade micros, it isn't going to kill you. But we just came back down to that 28 and held that hourly support again. We're holding the hourly. We're holding the bottom so far. It's just hit it so many times. One time too many is going to bust that bottom out. But there's nothing I can do with the NASDAQ, the ES. Look at this little goofy range. All right, guys. Here comes gold. Oh, my God. Look at this bounce off that bottom again. Back up to 300 net buyers. If you guys want to try a small NASDAQ long, you can try a salt. Jesus, for 6 handles, 7 handles. Not worth it. Up to 400 net buyers. This came 2 ticks from target down here. I didn't take it off. Yes is bid. All right, now we're getting bid, guys. I'm going to close that out at a loss. Came hey, James. Yeah, it'll change at some point today. It'll change. They can't trade this narrow little range all day. Looks like everything's trying to turn up. You can try. I missed it. I would say a 63 long. Maybe a 61. 61 quarter. Still does not want to get above that 71 area. There goes silver, guys. On this dollar weakness, silver bot has been in a trade for a while. Looks like it looks like everything is trying to push up, fellas. Who's speaking, Randy? What Fed speaker is speaking? I'm not hearing anything. Silver's almost to the second target, which is where I moved out to on this dollar softness. May get a dollar bounce here if you guys are in silver. It's a couple ticks shy of that second target. Harker speaking. I'm not hearing what if he's saying anything. I'm not hearing anything. Four more this. Oh, okay. There's just really nothing to do in here, fellas. I mean, we're up to 700 net buyers. It looks like yesterday. You buy the pullbacks and you sit with them. We're going to trade to 406. Eventually today we're trading to 406 and we could easily see that 445 again. The problem is none of us really are position traders. So we don't really want to be, in these things with 50 handle pullbacks. So, all I can tell you is directionally we're longs. There's a lot of talk going on with the stimulus between Democrats and Republicans. The Democrats floated a $2.2 trillion bill. Conservatives, Republicans want somewhere around 750 million, and Trump says he wants 1.2 trillion. looks like we're trying to get. I'm going to move this off the screen. I got ticks locked in there, guys. And the NASDAQ, which I set up with micros on a 5 minute, that's an MNQ. Looks like it just went long. That's micros. Those are micros. That's a 5 minute NASDAQ on micros. Okay? Some of you guys trade micros. Kudlow says it sure looks like a V-shaped recovery to him as he looks over the data. Gold came in a shard away from breaking out. Watch gold above 96, fellas. I think gold is headed to 1906. Again, that could be overnight. So, fellas, I set up a 5 minute NASDAQ, and I did it with micros. Now, obviously, this could have been done with this could have been done with minis. 3 contracts up $50. All right, we're finally breaking out. Or at least we're trying to break out. We've got 1,000 net buyers. So we're now stuck on the NASDAQ on a 15 minute at 85, which is the 50 moving average. Hey, got to pull back here. Let's see, where would I want to be long? Still think we're going to 06, guys. We could get to 16 as well. We got to get through 94. Oh my goodness. This is just torture. Well, I don't even know if we can get to 06. Again, this looks like yesterday's trade. I mean, I've got to buy the pullback. I got that hourly held 3 times today. Once at 4 o'clock candle, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock candles. And that's basically that low around 30 area. That's hourly support. Silver's out. Gold is hanging in there. NASDAQ will give you a small short at 65. If anybody wants to try a small short at, let's see here. Yeah, 65. Just hanging out. Yeah, well, no, my target would have been about 58. It's not much. We're just sitting in this stupid area, fellas. That's all we're doing. Now it won't break 70. Guys, if we get above 70, I think we go. We got to get back above 70, which is the top of this current 5-minute candle. So that 65 gave 5 handles. It just doesn't want to break, fellas. There it goes. Come on, get above 70. Here we go. There we go. Oh, come on, buddy. We got 71. Come on, chump. Let's go. Here we go, guys. We should be good, fellas. Boom. There we go. Hang on, fellas, 1 second. Crude's doing nothing. YM doing nothing. Guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Watch gold, guys. 96.1. There it goes. Boop, boop. I've been talking about that area all morning long. Anybody take that 96? I talked about it all morning long on gold. Anybody take 96? Okay, Veronica. Okay, Sean. Talked about it all morning, guys. Nice, Steve. From 89. 893. Nice. Guys, I liked. Yeah, silver. Silver got the second target. Silver got second target. YM is long on the bot. FYI. Doing nothing. Okay, Andre. God bless. I will look to take this NASDAQ long somewhere around 40 again. Order filled where? I don't see anything, fellas. I still like NASDAQ long, guys. It's just sloppy like yesterday. I think you buy every pullback. The bot is long on the YM. Magnus. Listen, I think the NASDAQ is longs too, guys. This is the same sloppy price action we saw yesterday in our session, right? Buyers, sellers come in, buyers, sellers come in, sellers, buyers come in. And I said all day yesterday, all day, I said it's all buyers. And again, they started breaking it in the afternoon, and then late in the day, they just roasted it. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. And there's our bounce again. Look at this rat dog. Came to 40, 44. Target filled. Oh, 3 Tennessee Titan players and 5 staff have tested positive. That's the pound. Just spiked up and got first target. Dollar's getting roasted, fellas. Gold's going to keep going. Anybody that took that gold long, second target filled on the pound 6B. So again, this is a 15-minute 6B. Press report on the latest round of Brexit talks. John, next target up is about 99. And then I think we go to 06. I think 06. This is just. All right, guys. This is the support down in here. If the YM pulls back, this is an area for support. NASDAQ's trading like it's Joe Biden. Utterly confused. Okay, out on the pound, got first target. Come on, NASDAQ. What are you going to do? Order filled where? Come on, NASDAQ, pull up. Let's go. Now'd be the time. It's in a buy zone. It just won't pull out. Guys, I heard no news. I don't know what this is about. There's your NQ bot high probability. I have no idea what this down move was about. No idea. We hit target. We didn't fill. I'll take 2 off. We hit target. Did not fill. Here is your other 3 minute. I don't know what got filled. Gold is I don't know what's going on, guys. Gold is pulling back. It's all right. Let them pull back. 289 is the next area. As I told you before, and I'll tell you guys again, I find the 3 minute on the YM to be completely and utterly and categorically useless. I think I was explicit enough. This flipped into a short. This came one tick from second target. Pelosi and Mnuchin expected to continue talks tomorrow. Buffett dumps $800 million of Apple. There you have it. Yeah. We were all going to sell our $800 billion trillion worth of Apple, weren't we? I have no idea, Randy, but that's a lot of stock. Got first target off on this. Yes. So what'll inevitably happen here, fellas, which is par for the course with news like this. Shoot, if I sold that much, I wouldn't even be wasting my time buying it or selling it. If I had $800 million worth of one stock, so what will inevitably happen here would be my guess. Once the news settles in, we bounce back right up to where we were. Think you can take a NASDAQ long, guys, at 18 back to about 27. You can take it in here, but your stop has to be 95. I like it better if it moves back up through right here, 18, with a first target at about 27, and then a final target at 44. So here's where we're at, guys. ES has a runner on. YM is now short. And again, I've said this for several weeks. I find no value in this YM 3 minute. None. I played with settings all weekend, different time frames, back tested, different moving averages, different time frames against. I cannot find anything in the YM for me that is consistent enough that I want to trade it. I just cannot. Once this 3-minute gets its target here and here, I'll be shutting them off. I've not looked at them, Reg. First off, on the YM, I care less. I don't trade it. I don't trade the Russell. I can't say never. On occasion, I do. But all right, that's off, guys. That's up $2,100. But I really don't care about it. I like the NASDAQ. I trade the NASDAQ. Okay, that's off. The YM to me is useless. Yeah, I mean, to me, I find it useless. I still think NASDAQ is a long in here, guys. We've got small sellers in here, 800 sellers. That's it, 800 sellers. So if we can come back up through here, 19, we get to our 27. The YM just does not make money consistently. The NASDAQ does. The 15 minutes on the ES is huge. It has not given a trade yet this week. This is looking like yesterday. I mean, we could come down to 89. That would be my next area of an interest for a long, 89.90. I don't think we do, though. What I don't like is that we're not bouncing out of these buy zones quickly like we have historically. You know, we hit these areas and then zing. Here we go. So 89.90 is the next area. There's first target on that YM. There's both targets on that ES. And here comes first target on, or trying on the micro on the NASDAQ, MNQ. There is the 32 handles, guys. Now, again, people have asked, does this work on micros? Just did 32 handles on a micro. Crude got hit. Everything got hit, including gold. Dollar caught a bid. Small bid. Nice job, Reg. Nice job. Do you take it off this micro short? Yeah, pretty much. And the volume is pretty good in the micro NASDAQ. For those of you guys that absolutely, listen, Floyd, who had been trading, I don't know if Floyd's in the room today, but Floyd was doing 1,000 a day trading micros. I'm not sure how he's trading. I know he's not trading many, but he sent me a message and said he'd been trading micros and making money every day with them. Guys, we have 1,100 sellers after a dump truck full of buyers yesterday. I'm not putting any stock into these shorts. Oh my God. God dang it. Anybody remember where I said the next level down is where I'd take a long? Which, by the way, I missed. I missed more of my own trades than anybody. Anybody remember where I said? 89. Did I say 89, fellas? Anybody remember that? I can play the tape. Floyd's here. Yep. So here's what Floyd said. On a good day with a $5,000 account, you can make $1,000 just using micros. Floyd, how many micros are you trading? 5 to 9, which is half to almost a full mini. Half of a mini to almost a one contract mini. God dang it, man. I missed my own stinking trade at 89. Look at this bounce. I have no idea, fellas. I'm not going to inundate them with what ATM strategy. I'm not going to ask them all that stuff, guys. I do not know. I'm just telling you. Listen, guys, as traders, you guys should be trying. First off, he's probably not using an ATM strategy, right? You're not going to want to take 10 or 15. Yeah, he says no stops. He's not using stops, and you're not going to use an ATM strategy on a micro, right? What are you going to take? 20 ticks for a first target, 30 ticks for a first target? I mean, for instance, if I were trading micros, I might want to be long down here. And if I put 3 micros on, what's my risk? Well, my stop would be 89, right? Which is my low now. So let's presume for the sake of conversation. I took an 89 stop and I was in right here at 11. What are you talking? You're talking 20, 25 handles, give or take, right? Let's say 25 points for the sake of conversation. So 25 points is $50 a contract. I'm just using that as an example. Floyd, you trading primarily the NASDAQ? Yes, primarily the NASDAQ. I mean, fellas, the YM, in my opinion, this is just an opinion. The YM is a complete and categoric waste of time. That's my opinion. I think it's an utter waste of time. I still think NASDAQ's long, and it's going to 37 to 40 area. I don't see it as short. Yes, I know we have a negative delta before somebody points that out. 89.90 was our entry, and I screwed it up. We're going back to 28. We're going to 28, fellas. Screwed up my own entry like a ding dong. So we're fighting resistance at 19. I don't incremental report out of New York City. I didn't hear what the report was. We come down, if we sell through 89, we come to 250. That's where I'd be interested in a long. But I think that 289 area holds. It's only 1,100 sellers, guys. We get rid of the Europeans in 40 minutes. Target is 28, guys. 28 on the NASDAQ. 28. It's having a hard time breaking 20, which is just an 8-period moving average. It's nothing. It's going to 28. Okay, out on the micro. On the runner. All right, we're through. What did we get to? We got to about 26, 25.50. Got 300 buyers in here again. Delta's dropping. We're going to have to work through 28. So here are our levels. We're going to have to work through 28, call it 30 for the sake of conversation. And then we start working back up to where? That puts us back in that area of 30 to 67. First target was 28, right? Been saying that all along. 28. We're down to below 800 negative delta. Now just back above, now just back below. But long story short, 28 is where we're headed. That's our resistance. 28. Once we get above about 31, 32, I'll like this to work back up into 67. Looky here. 28.75. We're going to have to get above that level and find some buyers. And then we trade up to 37. Anybody take that trade to 28? It's a nice trade, fellas. Anybody take it to 28? I blew it. I blew it on that pullback to 89. I completely missed that trade. Okay, fellas, you're already out. Cool. Take your money. The other option is if you're trading multiples, you go to break even and leave it. Or even if you're trading a single, you go to break even and leave it. That's your prerogative. Nice job, Eli. Good job, guys. Here is why breakout traders fail. Breakout traders would look at that down move and breakout traders would look at that down move and they would say, okay, well, you've got a negative delta. Why would you even consider a long? First off, we all know price doesn't move straight up and straight down, right? Even in the worst of the moves up or down, there's always retracements. There has to be. So even if this ends up being a day where we get capitulation and sell off 1,000 points, we're still going to get retracements. Now we may not want to take the longs and wait for the short setups, but I don't see this NASDAQ as a short, fellas. Not after yesterday. This is the same ugly price action as we had yesterday. Again, and then we got rid of Europe and the markets traded a little more orderly. Gold could retrace back to 88. Yeah, order filled where? Okay, I didn't shut the pound off, but the pound went short. So the pound is short. This is still short, holding some support here. So now we may get a small pullback again. We got our target at 28. Doesn't want to go higher yet. Okay. We know where our resistance is, 28. Should have been short 15. Down to 99. Target filled. All right. YM got both targets, guys. I have not tried lean hogs on the bot. The biggest losing trade I ever had was on lean hogs. I took a long and was stopped out for like $3,000 loss in less than freaking, I don't know. It was quick, dude. It was quick. Not only are hogs lean, but so is the volume. That's why I stopped trading RB. You guys watch me trade RB. And I was beating that thing up every day. 300, 500, 500, 600, 400, 300, 900. And you know what happened? It got me. Big. And I said, I'm done. That's it. It's too thin. It's just too thin. Yeah, no lean hogs for me. ES better bounce around 22. If 21 breaks, we could trade down to 07. See, we're holding in this area, guys. We're still, I don't think it's breaking down anymore. I think this one, it's got to get above 31, 32. I think these are long trades in here. Got higher low on the 15 minute. We're going to trade. Here's where our resistance is going to be 32, right? That was hourly support on the way down. A break back above that 32, and I think we go. I'm waiting for gold to pull back into maybe 88, 88.5 for a long. I'm going to move this off the screen here, guys. May get some activity in the last 15 minutes of Europe, but I either need a pullback down near, 90 to the whole number again, or I've got to get a break up above about 32. So as long as we stay below 28, I can't take longs unless I get pullbacks into the close to the whole number or that 89 area again. I'd like to see 99. We're not going far in 5 buyers, fellas. Gotta wait for it, guys. This is the we should go. We should get a 31. We're going to get to 31, 32 next. There it is, 32. Okay. Then 37, 38. And if we can break up from there. So we're pushing that hourly former support, now resistance. Here we go. We're through. We're through. Who was looking for shorts down there? Who was looking for shorts? I know some of you guys were. 42, 43, 44, next area of resistance. Guys, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. They're all off. Okay. All right, guys. Here are bot totals. 6B on the 15-minute, up 275. ES on the Unirenko, up 1,287.50. 1287.50. Gold on the 3-minute, up 340. MNQ on the 5-minute. So the micro NQ on the 5-minute, up 140. NQ up 135. NQ. Oh, that's the 177 and 233 tick, up 135. Had a winning trade and a losing trade. NQ on the high probability 3-minute up 23.10. NASDAQ on the 15 range up 140. Silver down again, 1,300. Losing trade, nice winning trade, but down 1,300. YM in the 3-minute down 255. 3,073 is the aggregate total. Where did we get out of Europe, guys? Missed another nice gold trade. Should have been long about 92.5. You're welcome, Jim. Anybody have any questions? How about my trials?